Ancient Japanese mythology offers rich and profound stories aimed at understanding the power of nature and universal order. This mythology is filled with gods and goddesses that form the cornerstones of Japanese culture and is closely related to traditional Japanese belief systems, such as Shintoism and Buddhism. Japanese mythology developed as a product of a culture that believes in living in harmony with nature and that everything has a spiritual essence. In this video, we will explore the 10 most renowned gods and goddesses of ancient Japanese mythology, each with unique characteristics and captivating stories. Let's dive into detailed information about these fascinating deities. Amaterasu, the sun goddess. Amaterasu represents the sun and light in Japanese mythology. Without her light, the world remains in darkness. Amaterasu is known as the daughter of the creation deities Izanagi and Izanami. When Izanagi returned from the underworld, he created Amaterasu while washing his left eye during a purification ritual. Amaterasu's most famous story is her retreat into a cave to escape her brother Susanu's rage. Susanu showed such great anger that it shook the heavens as he left heaven. Amaterasu hid in a cave, plunging the world into darkness. The other gods devised various plans to lure Amaterasu out of the cave. Eventually, they succeeded by using a mirror and music, bringing light back to the world. Amaterasu is considered the ancestor of Japanese emperors, and rituals dedicated to her are held at the Ise-jingu Shrine. This shrine is one of Japan's holiest sites and is rebuilt every 20 years. Worshippers of Amaterasu hope that her light and life energy will reflect upon them as well. The sun disk, symbolizing Amaterasu, is featured on the Japanese flag and holds great significance for the Japanese people. Susanu, the god of the sea and storms. Susanu is the god of the seas and storms. He is known for his tumultuous and wrathful nature. Susanu was born from Izanagi's nose. He is the brother of Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi. Susanu's nature is often destructive and chaotic, which is why he is associated with the sea and storms. His most famous story is the defeat of the 8-headed dragon, Yamata no Orochi. Susanu cuts off the dragon's 8 heads and finds the sacred sword Kusanagi no Tsurugi in one of its tails. This sword later becomes one of the 3 sacred treasures of the Japanese imperial family. Susanu's bravery and adventures are highly respected in Japanese culture. Especially sailors and fishermen seek his protection. Izumo Taisha Shrine is one of the most important shrines dedicated to Susanu. Tsukuyomi, the moon god. Tsukuyomi is the god of the moon and nightlight. Tsukuyomi was born from Izanagi's right eye and represents the night. He is the brother of Amaterasu. Tsukuyomi kills the goddess Ukemochi during a feast, which causes a rift between him and his sister Amaterasu. After this incident, Amaterasu severs ties with Tsukuyomi, and night and day are separated. Tsukuyomi symbolizes the night and the moon. Although there is no specific worship dedicated to him in Shinto shrines, he plays an important role in mythological stories. The cycles of the moon and the separation of night and day are associated with Tsukuyomi's story. Inari, the god of fertility and agriculture. Inari is the god of fertility, rice, agriculture, and merchants. Foxes, kitsune, are considered his messengers. Inari's origins are unclear and can appear in various forms: an old man, a beautiful woman, or a young child. He is generally known as the protector of agriculture and commerce. Inari is recognized as the guardian of rice fields and agriculture. Foxes are seen as his messengers and are sometimes considered shape-shifted forms of him. Inari's stories are filled with prayers aimed at increasing the prosperity of farmers and merchants. Inari is one of Japan's most widely worshipped deities. Fushimi Inari Taisha, located in Kyoto and famous for its red torii gates, is dedicated to him. Many people involved in rice farming and commerce pray to Inari and make offerings. Hachiman, the god of war and peace. Hachiman is the god of war and peace, known as the protector of samurai. He is considered the deified form of Ojin and is revered as the Japanese god of war, receiving great respect from warriors. Hachiman is often associated with sending warrior spirits to maintain peace and achieve victory. According to one legend, Hachiman helped Minamoto no Yoritomo establish the Kamakura shogunate. Tsurugaoka Hachimangu, located in Kamakura, is one of the most famous shrines dedicated to him. Hachiman is particularly respected by warriors and is prayed to for victory during wartime. Many festivals dedicated to Hachiman are also held. Beniton, the goddess of art and knowledge. Beniton is the goddess of music, art, knowledge, and water. Beniton is derived from Saraswati in Hinduism and was introduced to Japan through Buddhist beliefs. She is often worshipped near ponds and rivers due to her association with water. Beniton is believed to dwell by bodies of water, playing musical instruments and spreading art and knowledge. Her stories encourage creativity and learning. Beniton is revered by artists and musicians. Enoshima Shrine is one of the important shrines dedicated to her. Beniton symbolizes the respect for art and knowledge in Japan. Tenin, the god of wisdom and learning. Tenin is the god of wisdom and learning. He is known as the deified form of a scholar named Sugawara no Mishizane. Sugawara no Mishizane was a famous scholar and poet during the Heian period. After his death, he became associated with storms and bad weather. It was believed that these events indicated that Mishizane's spirit was restless and that he needed to be deified to be appeased. Sugawara no Mishizane began to be worshipped as a god after his unjust exile. He is known as the protector of students and scholars. Dazaifu Tenmangu is the most famous shrine dedicated to him and is especially visited by students during exam periods. Tenin symbolizes education and wisdom in Japan, and many schools offer dedications to him. Raijin, the god of thunder and storms. Raijin is the god of thunder and storms. He is considered one of the most destructive forces of nature. Raijin is depicted as a god who creates storms and thunder by playing drums. He is often associated with a fierce appearance and lightning that pierces the sky. Raijin, along with his children Fujin and Raitaro, governs storms. Raijin is known as the source of severe storms and thunder. In mythological stories, Raijin is often portrayed as a frightening and destructive force. He creates thunder by playing drums, leading to the emergence of storms. Raijin is sometimes seen as a figure who punishes wrongdoers. Raijin is both a protective and fearsome figure in Japanese mythology. Statues of Raijin can be found at Asakusa Shrine, and people pray to him for protection from storms. Raijin also frequently appears in Japanese art and popular culture, particularly in depictions related to storms and thunder. Fujin, the god of wind. Fujin is the god of wind and is known as Raijin's brother. Fujin is typically depicted as a giant figure and is known as a god who controls the winds. He appears as a figure carrying a bag from which he releases the winds. Fujin, along with Raijin, governs storms. Fujin's winds play a significant role during natural disasters. In mythological stories, Fujin's winds are often portrayed as both protective and destructive. He is said to have the power to change or direct the course of the winds. Fujin is depicted alongside Raijin in many shrines. Associated with the control of wind and natural disasters, Fujin is prayed to, especially during windy weather and natural disasters. Fujin is an important figure in Japanese mythology and participates in wind-related festivals and ceremonies. Ebisu, the god of fishing and luck. Ebisu is the god of fishing, commerce, and luck. He is believed to bring good fortune in business and trade in Japanese mythology. Ebisu is known as a god who survived in the sea after being born as Hiruko. He is often depicted with a fish and a fishing rod, symbolizing his relationship with fishermen. Ebisu's birth and life involve the hardships he faced in the sea and his later ability to bring prosperity and good fortune. Hiruko means leech child, and stories about Ebisu tell how he overcame difficulties and became a god who brings good fortune. Ebisu is considered the protector of fishermen and merchants, often highlighting his ability to overcome challenges and bring prosperity. Ebisu is revered for bringing good fortune in business and trade. Nishinomiya Shrine is one of the important shrines dedicated to him and is especially visited by those seeking success and prosperity in business. Ebisu symbolizes luck and abundance in Japanese culture. These gods form the cornerstone of Japanese mythology and hold deep significance in the daily lives, rituals, and cultural practices of the Japanese people. Each one has played important roles in a wide range of areas, from natural phenomena to human behavior, and together they have created the rich and complex world of Japanese mythology.